All right, how y'all doing today? I don't know how long this will be, but wait a minute and see if anyone comes in. It's about 3:30 on a Sunday afternoon, so may not get too many people here. And I've been gone a while, so uh, we'll wait and see. Yeah, the last few days I've watched a couple of videos that were out. One K Pro did, and I watched some of Ben's and a little bit of Greg's. Captain Kidd, hello, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing on this Sunday afternoon? Gonna wait just a little bit, see if some people show up. Just kind of general chit chat. I don't really have any topics to speak on. I've just been haven't done a video over a year, so I thought I'd get on today. I had a little bit of time and just connect and say hello to people, see what's been happening in the chase. I've been pretty much away for a while, and oh, Larry, what's up, buddy? How are you, my friend? Good to see at least a couple people join in. It's been so long since I've gotten on here to talk about anything. Surprised anybody showed up. Wait just another couple minutes. Rudy, hello. Good to see you, man. Hope you've been all right. It's funny. I got on. I was saying how I've seen a few videos this week for the first time in a while, and and I've been gone about a year, and nothing's changed. I got on. You got Five Leaf talking about a cipher. You got Greg and Street talking about Barbara. It's all the same. Troy yelling it's not in Yellowstone. Nothing's changed, man. In a year, it's exactly the same. Oh, it's funny. What's everyone been up to? Living life, I guess. Anybody going out searching for a second chest, anything like that? Now that it's summertime, I know Rudy's not looking for another chest. What about you, Larry? You still looking? Man, I know there's some people out there that think there's another chest out there. I personally don't, but I wish there was. That'd be cool. Yeah, I saw that, Rudy. I don't know if I got it in me to do another hunt, but it sounds interesting. I don't know. I need to dig into it a little bit more. I don't know much about it or, where it's going to be or when it's starting or anything like that. I'm kind of completely out of the loop. Man, it's weird. I used to, everything used to be at the tip of my fingers with regard to the chase. I've been watching a few videos this week and I started trying to think of stuff. I'm like, shit, I don't remember this and I don't remember that, or what was that quote? And it's just all left in my brain. It takes a while to dredge it back up. It's not like it used to be. No, Larry, yeah. It would be cool, man. It just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me about there being another chest. Although I guess, Shiloh, that's the other thing. When I left, we were supposed to be getting some answers from Shiloh and Epic Fun and all that. And I get back and it's still the same. No answers, nothing from Shiloh. I mean, I'm a subscriber that 9 Mile Hole is the correct spot. So, I mean, I kind of have my answers. But I'm still interested in what Shiloh has to say. I don't, would like to know more about that video. I have a feeling Rudy knows a little bit about that video. Rudy might even be one of the ones who's seen it for all I know. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I keep, I poke my head back in to see if anything's transpired with that. And unfortunately, we're nothing, no headway. It's a little slow today. We don't have a whole lot of people. Try to get a few more, especially nowadays. I used to be able to carry a show a little bit, but now since I'm out of it and the chase is over, I need constant interaction to move the show along. I'm not like Ben. I can't just go go off for 3 hours talking about stuff. Yeah, and I saw Ben got a big old beard going. I like it. I'm a beard wearer myself, so I'm all for it. See a couple more people pop in. Who else is out there? Jump on in. Let's chat. This show is 100% viewer driven. Oh no, I don't have a garden. No, Larry. Yeah, it doesn't, does it, Rudy? Which is just silliness. I mean, I just don't get it. Even if they take, the angle that it's something personal. I mean, it's a video in the lawyer's office, from what I understand. So how personal could it be? Why can't we just see the video? It drives me insane. They're so secret about the stuff unnecessarily. I know. I mean, I guess Shiloh was trying to sell it. So that tells me, if Shiloh was going to sell it, then the privacy is bullshit. That should have nothing to do with it because once you sell it, you're not going to be able to control what people do with it. So the privacy side of it can't have anything to do with it. That doesn't make any sense. Now that I'm thinking it through, right? I mean, if you're gonna have it, give it to the highest bidder, like to Netflix or something, they're clearly going to show it. So don't give me it's personal baloney. Hey Ben, what's up? You must have heard me. I was just talking about your beard. I haven't been around in a while, and I saw your video from this week. I said the beard. I'm a beard wearer myself, so I said keep it going. Looks good. Looks a little crazy, but keep it going. But yeah, the fact that the video is personal, I don't buy that one bit. That's crazy talk. Ben, you got to get your boy to come out with some answers. I was saying earlier, I've been gone a year, and when I left, we were supposed to be getting some answers from Shiloh, and here we are a year later, and no, not shit, not nothing. I mean, damn, guys, it's been over a year and a half since the auction. That's crazy, right? That was November, December of 22. The beer grows till Shiloh delivers. You're gonna be looking for like fucking Dumbledore or something, man. You better not say that. I wouldn't count on Shiloh delivering. Yeah, to go to your toes, exactly. I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. Is the beard epic and fun? But yeah, a year and a half. I mean, that's doesn't seem that long ago. And I looked back before I got on. My last live was April of last year, so over a year. Yeah, I bet it is, dude. Mine's a little unkempt right now too. I got to do some trimming on mine. I'm in Florida, so I feel your heat issue. Oh, that's right. You guys, you're not. You're in Arizona. That's right. Stayed in California for a minute. I forgot you guys moved. I saw some ha 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 copies for sale on eBay this week. My guess is that Stephanie's the one selling them because it's Candyman something is the handle. She's selling them for $100, and then there's some other dude I saw selling them for $200. So I don't know. I was gonna buy one. I was like, kind of. I don't know. She's entitled to make money, I guess, but 200 definitely is too steep. It's not worth it to me. I've heard everything I need to know from Ben for free. But yeah, so if anyone there that can hear me and wants one, go out there. You can buy them now. My guess is there's a few copies available. Yeah, none. What we got here? Not worth it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I said earlier, freaking Five Leaf talking about his cipher. We got Bill talking about the canyon walls and Bullet, Troy, and not Yellowstone Street. It's a thought experiment. Greg's hunting around in Santa Fe somewhere. It's all the same. I suspect in 2 more years I come back, it'll be the same thing. But we'll see. I mean, Shiloh, I don't know why he would have said 6 to 9 months and we're here a year and a half or whatever. I don't know why he would have said 6 or 9 months. I mean, I tend to believe the guy, generally speaking, but now you lose a lot of, he's lost a lot of credibility, especially with all the other stuff, the money grubbing and being wrong with this timeline. Kind of can't really take anything he says serious at this point, which is unfortunate. I mean, Candy posted, so I saw, so she posted something about June 20th, something happening or something. I don't know if that's the day or she was talking about something else, but she posted on her page June 20th after the summer. Yeah, I mean, I guess depending on what the information is, maybe I get drawn back in. I don't know. I mean, it's just, the thing about the chase is it's a perfect storm, man. It was just all of it. The story, the history, the guy, the poem, the books, it's just, it can never be recreated. Hopefully 6 to 9 months. Yeah, I guess hopefully is the qualifier. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in fairness, I'm not on Discord, so I don't recall any of that. I'm just going off the top of my head, which, as I was saying earlier, is becoming faultier by the day when I'm being away from the chase. I can't remember half the shit I used to know. Yeah, I mean, another hunt I would definitely consider it. I guess I might look into that JCB hunt at least and see what it's all about. I'm doing my granddad's plan. So this was put in motion by Forrest. Interesting. I don't know, man. Although I could get back. I just can't let myself get back into it if I do. Like I was in it before. That was just out of control. Crazy. Freaking went from Florida. I went out to between April of 2018 and October of 2019. I went out to fucking Wyoming 8 times, Montana 8 times. I mean, that was just nuts. It's totally nuts. When you look back now, it's like I was out of my mind. It was crazy. I was convinced, man, just like everybody else was. It's just such a strange phenomenon that everyone's convinced, and people are still convinced. Those guys that are still sticking around, mainly that I saw on Street and Greg's channel, those guys all think they solved it. And the people on Thor, a lot of them I checked there too this week. I don't know what happened this week. For some reason, I just started looking around at everything again. But like I said, not much had changed. Same people saying the same things. Convinced they solved it. Got a few more people. Anybody else want to jump in and say hello? And I'll repeat it. This is a viewer driven show, so since I'm out of the chase, I don't really have a whole lot to say off the top of my head. Yeah, those trips aren't cheap, dude. And it was two of us. I went. My son went. He was my search partner. I mean, it was great. We I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was totally worth it. But yeah, it's a bit crazy. We went out. The first trip was actually Mother's Day weekend of 2018, May, and there was still snow on the ground and shit. It's a very awkward. Nothing changes. Yeah, especially for those people that are still stuck on they're correct, and there needs to be. I mean, whatever. It's on their own fault, I guess. But if Shiloh brings an end to that, that would give those people hopefully some peace of mind. They can move on. I mean, as much as some of those guys are not the most pleasant people, I still would be fucking give them some mercy, man. Let them know they were wrong, and that's that. But yeah, we went Mother's Day weekend, and as soon as I'm on the plane on the way back, I realized my mistake. I know where it's at. We gotta go back. We were back. We were back in 3 fucking weeks. We were back to Montana again. It was crazy. Hello, Kilowatt. Welcome, bud. We went. We went April. No, sorry. We went May, June, July, August, September of that year, and then we went back 3 times in 2019. July, September, and October. Because we tried crossing Soda Butte Creek early June of 2018, and that was all. I mean, that was like a freaking class 4 rapid. It was insane. And I'm holding my son. He's got a rope around his waist, and he's trying to ford the river, and it was crazy, man. Or the creek might as well be a river, and thing's huge. That was quite a scene. I wish I caught that shit on camera, man. That would have been classic. I mean, it's probably the dumbest thing either of us had ever done, really, especially him. You know, he was the one in the water. Meanwhile, I'm scared shitless of the bears, so I'm hearing shit in the woods behind me. I'm looking around. It's looking like it's going to start to rain. What a what a scene, man. We've got a few people in here. Not on a jar, Ben. No, I was well, I mean, I don't know how many of my videos, but I pretty much posted everything I've thought on my channel. I am convinced. I don't want to sound crazy like everyone else. I am convinced that I figured out some of the patterns and the hints, the hidden hints, and I was just in the wrong starting location. That's what I'm convinced of. The fact that the significance of the number five, um, these things, the use of the word dumb in the book. I'm certain of those stuff. The 265 gold coins being the 265th day being September 22nd, being the day he hid the chest. I'm certain of that. Certain. I mean, you look if you go from from Madison Junction to the spot, it's a five. It's two fives, right? It's two number fives, and that's why, yeah. And he told you how you have to go find the blaze. You have to make a right. He says that in those scrapbooks with the one about the hospital. George Soros was born at the same hospital. That one, and then the prints about Eric Sloan gave him the print for the left side and the right side of the fireplace. Those were clear, obvious. I mean, I'm certain of those hints that you had to go right to find the blaze, and that all fits with the 9 Mile hole solution that we've been told. I mean, believe me, I didn't want that 9 Mile hole solution to be correct, but I think it's correct. I mean, I buy it. I think Forrest, it's clear he fibbed on purpose a couple of times for whatever his reasons were, and it's clear the poem wasn't, you know, it was he left some stuff out. I think that's the bottom line, and it does lead you to perfect an exact location because it says if you found the blaze, right? So if you found the blaze, it does take you to perfect location if you found the blaze, right? It takes you right on top of the chest. And Jack even talked about how he felt like there was a part of the poem missing before the blaze part. And right, that part would have been go to the right and hunt around till you find a down tree or whatever. I don't know. I just kind of went on tangent. Sorry about that, but I'm just kind of free flow thinking. It's all now that I'm talking about it. It's been suppressed for a year, so I haven't. It's all flowing out. But the gold coins 265. That's a fucking take it to the bank. But that was a direct hint. As Scrapbook 107, where he talks about his license was about to expire, right? The license expires in New Mexico a month after your birthday. What's his birthday? August 22nd. A month later, September 22nd. So that 107 is an allegory for hiding the chest on that day. That's why he ran out of gas. He's tired, right? I've done it tired. Or he's in the car with tires. Either way, you can look at it like that. What else you guys got? No chat anymore? What you guys got? Only got 15 in here, so. But yeah, jar, I don't expect a jar hunt would be fruitful. I mean, I think Forrest, if I recall, even said he didn't know where that he couldn't find him. So no one's going to be able to, I believe him when he says he hit him just randomly without any type of thought. I don't think anyone's going to be able to find a jar. It'd have to be complete freak luck. But no one's going to be able to figure out a way to go find one. No. Think. But who knows? Maybe that's something, maybe Shiloh comes out and has something to do with jars. That's a possibility, right? Maybe he gave him a map or some kind of clues to find a jar. That would be interesting. But same token, that wouldn't do anything for me. I don't care about the jars. I don't want a jar. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted the fucking gold. That's what I wanted. That's why I did it. I'm not ashamed to say it. Everyone says, "Oh, I did it for the challenge." Oh, bullshit. No one would have hunted for a $10 box, right? Yeah, there are a few. Oh, he said that about the jars. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, shit, that would be cool. If you want the unedited story. Oh, from the jars. I think Wordsmith is. I couldn't locate this. Oh, you think so, huh? Hey, Hooli, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, maybe so, Ben. I mean, again, I have no idea. It'd be cool if we find out there's some jars to be found. Again, though, I don't know if I could get into it. I mean, it's a lot. I put in, not just me, we all did, but I put in so much time into that chase with the thought of a payoff. I couldn't imagine doing all that with no payoff, even though I ended up doing it with no payoff because I didn't find it. So I guess that's the same thing. Holy, I've forgotten all of my stuff, all my knowledge. I'm so rusty. Yeah, summer's going well. Kids are, out of school. As I've been on the verge of quitting my job. I've been on the verge of quitting my job for 3 years, it seems like. But I'm really close. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good point. Well, no, I didn't quit, but I'm feeling like I'm going to any day. I'm working on some anybody know anything about Forex trading? Quitting since COVID? Yeah, exactly. Even before that, I mean, 2 years into my career, I felt like quitting it, but I stuck it out for 23 more years. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm doing some side stuff with Forex, and a prop firm and that kind of thing. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. I mean, shit, I do it at work actually. Trying to start a new business from my current job. Julio, I was saying earlier, I got to repeat myself because you don't know who came in when, but I was saying how I've been gone a year. It's been over a year since I've done a stream. And this last week, I was kind of, for some reason, just started looking around, see what people were saying and stuff. And I was saying how everything's the same. The same people uh, are mad. The same people think they know the answer. The same, it was just wild. It felt like it was just, I was back in 2021 or whatever. What happened to NFTs? Yeah, that didn't pan out the way I'd hoped. And the problem with that was is just it was too late. The timing was off. This is a better this is more ground getting in on the ground level. This prop firm stuff. Yeah, the NFTs. I mean, those were a while ago though. That was that was 2 years ago. That was summer of 22. Yeah, that was just weird. Like I had the wrong guy. The timing was off. The NFTs launched July. My mom passed in June. So I wasn't in any type of frame to handle all that. So it just kind of went by the wayside. But this new thing's pretty promising. I think I'm with the right people now. We'll see what happens. I'm going slowly because it's a big investment and I still have, still a little hesitant. Redneck, redneck. This is one of my peeps that is a you're a suspicious one, right, redneck? Thanks, Lily. It's all right. I appreciate it. Redneck thinks something's up, right? A second chest or something like that. I remember. Dude, what? Redneck don't believe nobody. Yeah, so that was, I mean, shit. Now that we're talking about it, it's a week away to the anniversary. That was June 13th, and then the NFT launch was July, mid-July. So it was just none of it worked out very well. Conspiracy all the way. Yeah, exactly. Redneck, how do we get you off the conspiracy train? Is Shiloh coming out confirming 9 Mile Hole? Do you listen to him? Is there anything that can sway you? Rob, is this Rob G? Big Rob? Robbery G? If so, what's up? Well, even if it's not you, what's up? Welcome. Conspiracy to commit shenanigans. You're Larry, your wife's doing a girls' trip to Montana? Damn, that's a hell of a trip. Yeah, yeah. That's a big trip for Floridians. All right, Rob, good to see you, bud. It's been a while. He could only be talking about a couple people as well. Leaves room for Ben. I don't know if you heard me. I was saying. I mean, I'm not saying this to start. I just don't know because I'm ignorant right now. I don't know who's mad with who. I know there's some issues with Capro and you and Candy and whatever. But I don't know. Candy had on her site posted something about June 20th. Is that have to do with this? Do you know anything about that? Since you're both talking to Shiloh? I mean, that's next, what, 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks away. Max 68%. Now, look, if we were all in chase mode during the chase, we'd be breaking down that 68, wondering what the hell it meant. Because it's kind of an odd number, right? You didn't say 65, you didn't say 70. So maybe that 68 is significant. Backwards, it's 89, which is the year I graduated high school, but I digress. Oh, I see. So I see. So she thinks that's a clue. I got you. So she's kind of not sure. Okay, fair enough. Hey, Ashley, welcome. Good to see you. Max 68%. Interesting. Olbury. He's gonna throw himself a he's gonna throw himself a party. I never made it. I didn't go to the Femborees. I was too busy going to Montana, but I almost went to a book signing he had. I just couldn't get the timing down because we were out there a few days before the signing he was doing. I think in must have been Collected Works, and we were going to like divert our trip, take a detour on the way back home, but just didn't work out. I think whatever he's up to could happen at any moment from today on through summer. I will say I disagree with a lot of the stuff those guys say, but I will agree with them. I don't know why Shiloh doesn't just get his own YouTube channel. No offense to Ben or Candy, but I don't know why he just doesn't get his own YouTube channel, put out his own shit. I mean, why does he have to be so, you know, make everything so difficult? Everybody questioning everybody, just come say it on your own and like that everyone will know it's legit. I'm not implying you're not legit, Ben, but you know what I mean. It just makes sense for him to do his own thing. Why would he have to use people? I don't know. I almost went to a signing in Taos, but it's a much longer drive from Santa Fe. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been cool to meet him once, but oh well, the opportunity didn't happen. And not by some NDA. Right? I mean, it's just, there's so much distrust, whether it's, valid or not. It's just avoid all that. He can make a website and just put his stuff on there. I mean, I'm sure he's capable. He seems like an intelligent guy. Anyone can put together their own little website in an hour. I mean, even Forrest, but it was known that they were his writings. They weren't. It was Jenny, Kyle, and Dale, right? And that was it, pretty much. He had every now and then he'd send Christy something that she'd post on Thor. Unconstrained soon, yeah. Yeah, and it was from what I understand, it makes sense once he delivers. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. We just had 2 days ago, whatever it was, 2 or 3 days ago, was the 4 year anniversary. It's like, man, that's a long time, 4 years. You know, here we are. No one did it. Maybe that's why I came back. I subconsciously I knew it was the anniversary of the find. Maybe that my brain just brought me back to it this week. But no one did any big anniversary show or anything that I saw. I know Ben, you were on Saturday, or no, was it yesterday? And then before the sixth, but I don't think anyone actually came on the sixth and did a show. Maybe I'm wrong. I see David Paisano still doing shows. Greg, is Barbara doing stuff? Didn't seem like, well, I couldn't tell because she deletes her stuff, so she might have been doing. I just haven't seen it, but I didn't see anything recent from her. And I know Troy was doing with Greg and Street on that channel. The brutal truth. We abused ourselves with Hans. Oh yeah, Chessmas Eve. Yeah, that's what it was. That's right. I did see that. I mean, I didn't watch the video, but I saw that that was what you guys are doing. Wait, who's Kilowatt? Is Kilowatt Packer Jack? Jeremy? Because you're saying we abuse ourselves, so I'm assuming you were on the panel. Well, I didn't really watch the thing, so I don't know who's. I'm going by who I saw on the panel freaking a year ago or something. I don't know who was on the panel this time. I am myself. Well, that's true. So am I. I have to go back and look at Ben's video. Kilowatt with two T's. 420, Ben. Eastern time. Oh, that might be my significant other. Hold on, guys. Hello? Hold on a second. Hey, I'm on a live stream. I got to figure out they can hear me. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm just gonna go to my other room because I can't figure this out right now. I'll be right back. Sorry. You just got off? Oh, all right. I figured. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Still here, guys. 1 minute. Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to. No, okay. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm making little plans here. I lost everybody. Oh no, we got some people still. All right, good. Hi, Kilos. Nice to see you again. I was stuck invited then to join the Zoom to talk chase conspiracy theories. But I don't usually put people. Well, I don't think I've ever put anyone on Redneck. There's nothing personal against Ben or anyone else for that matter. Besides, now I'm not gonna be able to hang out much longer. I'm gonna plan to leave. I mean, I got a little time. I don't have to go now, but soonish. It's called smoking the ganja man. I'm not sure I've seen your face. All right, now I'm really curious of who Kilowatt is here. Kilowatt. Why did I say Kilowatt? I'm going to go to Ben's channel and see who this guy is or girl. Treasure Warriors. Forrest Fenn.
Right now is like your season. So Monarchs, obviously.
Ben, I want to tell you, it's not to be a dick, but it's something I always think of when I see your intro. Your intro is great, man. It's that at the very end, it's like if it could have lasted another 3 seconds just to let the sound end. It's a little anal OCD thing on my part. But I really like the intro. It's good. I mean, you've had it for freaking 2 years or however long, but I just first time remembered to say anything to you about it. All right, where's the hot sauce here? So, hey, Amy, good to see you. Welcome live. The Chestovis.
In person and show you photos, etc., rather than
Okay,
transmitting.
kilowatts female. All right, kilowatt. Hello, welcome. I think you were on the other I've seen you on a stream before somewhere. I don't know if it was on Ben's stream. I don't know any of, let me see. Man, I've been gone. Okay, I know Jeremy, John. I don't know Q. I'm not so sure about Q. Is Villain Lady Candy? Who's that? Oh, Villain Indie Candy. Yeah, that's all right. Hey, kid, welcome. Just been chatting a little. Chase, feel free to jump in. The show goes as the viewers go. So this was only my second appearance ever. Oh, okay. But you were on Ben's stream was your first one also? You just follow Larry around. So what's the current consensus here in the room on the 9 Mile hole? You guys think it's the spot? Think it's somewhere else? You think it's a different outside the park? Different state? Where's everyone at? And I know if I recall, Rob is not 9 Mile hole. Redneck is definitely not 9 Mile hole. I haven't missed nothing. Same sandwich. Yeah, I hear you, man. There's no doubt it's all the same. I was saying earlier that I came back and everyone's talking the same, people are still talking about the same things they were talking about over a year ago. But that's cool, whatever, man. Everyone does their own thing. I don't have to understand. God knows I'm sure I do a million things people can't understand. How long have I been on here? Not even an hour yet. They'll go another 15, 30 minutes. Yeah, Redneck. I'm hoping, I was hoping I'd come back and there'd be some kind of news or I don't know, something happen, another hunt. I guess there is another hunt, right? I heard JCB's doing a hunt. And I was saying earlier, maybe I'll get into it, but I don't know. And even in that, since when I come and listen, I listen to K Pro and I'll listen to Ben sometimes just to get the information if there's any new information. But the other channels I don't really watch at all until this week. Then I kind of watched a little bit of everything that was out there this week. I saw Rob, I saw you did a sit down with Greg. He came out to you or you guys you went to his place? What was that about? He lives close to you? No to 9 Mile Hole. Still think there's his second chest. Larry says no to second chest, but I still have your bet. Yeah, kid. I wish, man. I wish there was a second chest. I wish Galaxy comes to mind, him in his second chest. But yeah, I wish there was another one out there that had a bunch of gold and we could just keep this thing going. But at some point, we're 4 years in, that notion's got to be disposed of. I mean, why wouldn't there? Unless you think there's a second chest that's not meant to be found, that just in secret is out there, and that he made one chest for us and then one to really keep there at his grave. Is that what you're thinking? This is probably for you hot sauce aficionados, this is probably nothing, but I'm not one. I remember this was back in like the late 90s. I was in spring break in college up in Boston visiting my folks. And they took me out and they gave me a little bit of, they showed me this hot sauce and I went to put it on. And they said, no, just have a little bit. And I put a whole bunch on there. And it was called Dave's Insanity. Fuck it, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. It was insane. I mean, no pun intended. It was totally nuts. I've never had anything that hot in my life. And I'm sure there are way hotter than that. I don't know if I've ever, thank you for allowing, yeah, you're, of course, imagination of innocence. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if you've been here or not. I haven't done one in over a year, so if you have, it would have been a while ago. Um, the name is kind of familiar. How long have you been lurking around watching live streams? Always a double omegas meant two chests. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Well, let me ask you this. All right, so the double omegas. This is interesting. So in is it see, this is how bad my memory. It's so sad, man. I mean, all right, $17 a square inch. Is it 17 or is it a different amount? In any event, in that book, I think he uses the double omegas. Okay. Then in Thrill of the Chase, obviously he has the omegas. Then in Too Far to Walk, he has the omegas, right? But then in Once Upon a While, he has no omegas. None. Then in the revision, he has in the revision to Once Upon a While, he has one omega. So, given those facts that we have, how does that correlate with the idea of two chests? That's my question. Not even sure when I started the chase. I'm trying to forget. Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you. So that was always curious to me. So the idea is if chess and omega are related, then the idea has to be that something related to one of the chess happened, right? At the time of the revision of Once Upon a While. And what happened in the revision of Once Upon a While? The only story he added, if now you might correct me, I think he only added the Dizzy Dean story to the revision. And then some little shit, little pictures, this and that. As far as the scrapbooks go, the only one he added was Dizzy Dean. So if he added Dizzy Dean and he added an Omega, then the Dizzy Dean story, and this is what I thought at the time, was someone about the find where his face was beaming, that would be ablaze, the guy's waving on the platform, and he has a six-pack, and he talked about taking a six-pack to the find. So to me, the Dizzy Dean was about the last spot from the get-go. So that could play into the reason why they added the Omega was because he added the Dizzy Dean story. All right, I felt like I just said a lot. Sorry. Um, I mean, not that anyone else is here to talk, so I guess it doesn't matter. So, what do you think about that? So, about the Dizzy Dean, the Once Upon a While, the Omega. Yeah, because right, because in Dizzy Dean, he said he a 6 pack of Jack's beer, which has an X in it. Okay, and he said take a 6 pack to the find. He climbed a platform. See, it's these things that make me want to believe there's another spot because they don't fit the 9 mile hole location necessarily. There was no platform there. There's nothing above high up. But yet there's many scrapbooks towards the end that talk about things that were elevated or high up or things that crashed. What do you guys think? Maybe he took away one of the Omegas because he was planning them to go ahead and pull the vest to end it, pull the chest to end it as the family wanted. But then why weren't there any Omegas in the first version of the book? Right? It went from 0 Omegas to one. So, okay, this look, I'll tell you my thoughts. So, my thought about the Omegas, I always thought it meant uh the one Omega one is his like his new his the death of the old Forrest in Vietnam, right? So when he crashed, a new Forrest was born once he got home. So it was like a figurative death, and then the second Omega was his actual death. That's what I always thought. So when those the number of the Omegas changed in the books, my thought was, well, he didn't write about either of them in those books. So he didn't mention Vietnam, Crash, or the final spot in Once in a While. And then when he revised Once Upon a While, he did talk about the final spot in the Dizzy Dean scrapbook, and that's why he added the Omega. That's what I always thought. But if it's about there being two chests, I guess you can look at it the same way. The Dizzy Dean is talking about one of the chests, and the other location of the second chest isn't mentioned at all in Once Upon a While. So I guess you could kind of correlate it that way. What about the Jack found? But the thing is, though, the items in the chest match the pictures we have prior to the find, as far as the chest, some of the contents. So the fact that there be a second chest is really hard to buy for me. I mean, man, I want to believe it so badly, but 3 books with yeah, but the if you have the original Once Upon a While version, Larry, that one doesn't have any. That one doesn't have any, and then the revised version has one. That's what's interesting to me because the revised Once Upon a While, he added only one story, and then he added the Omega. So to me, that Omega has to be related to the story he added. because now and now that Forrest put that story in that book, now it's worthy of the Omega, or the story represents what the Omega is, or whatever. There's some correlation between the Dizzy Dean story and the Omega, for sure, in my mind, anyways. Because that's the only thing he changed to that book, other than a couple squiggles here and there. And again, when you read the Dizzy Dean, it makes sense because the Dizzy Dean to me is clearly about the location of the chest, is about the find with the beer and the etc. Here we go, right by Pyramid Lake. 9 mile hole, 9 mile. Yeah, that's right. Could be. Hey, Troy, welcome. There's no Omega in the poem. Correct. Yeah, I guess not. That's true. I have more issues than Time magazine. Huh. Yeah, I hear you, dude. We all got our issues, I think. Well, Troy, I don't know how long you were listening, man. I was just saying, nothing about 9 Mile Hole, just saying that the Omega, the Once Upon a While original book did not have any Omegas, and the revised version had one Omega, and the only change in the book was the addition of the Dizzy Dean story. So my thing was the Dizzy Dean story relates to that Omega somehow, whatever. I don't know the answer, but they're related. And to me, the Dizzy Dean story is about finding the chest because he's talking about having a six pack. The six pack has an X on it. So that's what I was saying about the Omegas. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll find something out soon. I mean, hopefully Ben's saying the next month or so. It'd be nice. I found two pair of Omegas, but they are still there. Well, you mean like on a tree or in the in the topography, or where'd you find those? All right, guys, I'll probably have to go in a little bit here. I gotta go meet someone for dinner. Drive and go get ready. Um, two two pairs. So you wait, two pairs. So you found four Omegas? I didn't catch that. How many of you still wear a six pack? A six pack? 50 something years old, dude. All right. Does your oh, she knows. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's actually the time since I've done my live stream has kind of coincided with that. Uh but yeah, she knows, but it's all good. She doesn't care. I don't, she's not interested in it, but it's not an issue. I mean, it might be an issue if was ever back into it the way I was. I think there might be a problem. But luckily, I'm out. So stuck as I am. That's right, Larry. Thank you. The kiddies are with their mom this weekend. They'll be back tomorrow. Kitty's not so kitty. One got his license last week. So whew, crazy. Pair of Omegas in two different locations. Oh yeah, Hooli. I'm not gonna lie about certainly not about that. I mean, not about anything, but I'm just saying, yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm safely beyond the obsession point, I think I can safely say, so it's all right. I'm in recovery. She caught me in recovery, not in the throes of my addiction. If the Omegas mean anything, then he wouldn't have used one versus two. There is something to it. Oh yeah, for sure, kid. They mean something. No doubt about it. There's many thoughts as to what though. But I think one of the few things we have is that correlation to the Dizzy Dean scrapbook, because that's the only thing you can pinpoint that changed at the same time, right? So Dizzy Dean goes in the book, and then we get Omega in the book. Well, I mean, the obvious thought would be that it's, you know, that they pertain to each other in some manner. Two endings, huh? I don't know. I think one thing people don't really talk about is Forrest. I think Forrest really, I think in his mind, he thought, when I say it's been found and I put out a picture or two, that's it. I don't think he could have thought what would happen. I think he imagined people would just believe him and it's not a big deal. That's why when people say, "Oh, well, Forrest left a shitty ending or what," well, you know what? It ended. He told us it ended. Why does the ending have to be more than that? And I think that's what's in his mind at the time. I told him it ended. What's wrong with these people? you know, it's like Ferris Bueller. I'd say this all the go home. The movie's over at the end of the movie. I mean, I think that's what Forrest was thinking. I think he was shocked at what was happening there. I mean, I guess he couldn't, he only died 3 months later, so he didn't even really get the full scale of what would become this post chase nuttiness. But I don't even like a sentence that, yeah. Preston wrote a book called Two Graves and dedicated to Forrest Two Graves. One in Santa Fe is public memorial, and second is not known. Disappeared, second Omega. But why did he only put, then why did the first book not have an Omega? Casper, you with me on that? I think about Forrest, what he thought about the ending. He did end it, man. He said it was over. What's he supposed to do? Throw a parade? I don't, people are mad that he didn't waltz Jack Stoof in front of everybody and this and that, or give us a solution. Or, I mean, yeah, it sucks he didn't leave the solution, but he did say it wasn't up to him. It was up to Jack. So all of that, everyone just automatically assumes there's something else. That's where I think is the misstep. I think Forrest just thought that would be it, and that's the end of it. A lot of people want to stick with the poem and the memoir. Oh, sure, I understand that. You don't need any more than that. I mean, I use the scrapbooks, yes. But I mean, and I guess he said all you need is the poem. You're gonna strip it down to the poem purist. Yeah, I tried to ask Christy about that. I think like the last time I was on a year ago. I don't that nothing is as it seems and don't pay any bets. That was something Christy said that Mike told her about an email from some other guy. Do you know the other guy? I mean, I don't put a whole lot of stock in the nothing is as it seems thing. It'll all come out eventually. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Disappeared. Oh, hey, K Pro. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks for coming in. I know you just got here. I was saying I've been gone like a year pretty much, and this week I just stopped in and checked out your video, Ben's, and some others just to catch up. And was sitting around this afternoon. Just thought I'd jump in and see who's out there. Anyone wanted to chat for a little bit. I'm wrapping up though here in a few minutes, but they outed that source. His name is Chris Jones. He showed. Oh, Chris Jones was the one with the. Oh, yeah, yeah. He made the chess. That's odd. Wasn't Chris Jones a Forrest puppet too? Or am I getting confused? Think about the names of the books. Too far, once upon. I don't understand that, Larry. Can you elaborate some? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, there's a few people out there with some chess. I've seen them. I know Rudy bought one early on. I remember him having it, and when he first came on the scene with videos, as one of his first videos, he had the chest. Yeah, yeah, exactly. K Pro, same old stuff. That's exactly what I was saying. Same guys saying the same things. Believers believe, non-believers don't believe. Nothing's changed a whole lot from what I can see. Something odd, but yeah. And you know what's strange too? You've probably seen it. No one's really talked about it. I guess maybe it doesn't need to be talked about, but there's that YouTube video of some dude who like in his garage or some shit made a chest. It was very, very similar to Forrest's chest. and he charged $2,500 for it. It was really, I don't know. Oh man, I don't know the guy's name, but have any emails? Yeah, no. No emails. I haven't. In fact, I don't think I've reached out to Carl since then. I've left Carl alone. Oh, thanks, imagination. I appreciate it. I was doing it there. I never Max Cast. There you go, Hooli. Yes, that's the guy. And that was before any talk about this chess making stuff. I mean, that was kind of early on. Oh, you got one? Okay. It's pretty similar, right? It's not identical, but it's pretty close to the real chest, isn't it? Sorry, imagination. I was talking to you. I got sidetracked. Yeah, I was doing streams, I guess kind of regularly, like once a month, once every, I don't know, every few weeks. And then after the auction, it was kind of it. I mean that was a big marker for me. That's the end, right? Jack's gone. We know Posey bought it. We had the auction. That was it. Really, not much more to hang around for unless we hear from Shiloh with the answer or with the video or something. Similar, not identical. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, I've always enjoyed it. Like I said, it's driven by people on in the chat, especially now that there's nothing really to talk about. I need ideas from you guys. But I appreciate the kind words. I had some that went a while actually. I had one 5 hour one in there somewhere. But see, I started out doing videos of my solution. I did about 30 of those. I don't know, 20, 30. And then I just started doing live stream because one, I got pretty much all of my solution out in my videos. And two, it's just so much easier. You get on, you do it, and then you're done. There's no editing, no uploading, no nothing. So it's just way better this way. Next big thing will be Netflix, I think. Hey, Packer Jack, good to have you, man. Thank you. Yeah, all's great. I just like to be seen once in a while. Yeah, you're there, imagination. We hear you. Oh, K Pro. I don't know about that. I don't know. I might just see what it's all about, but it's doubtful that I'd get into it. I was telling Ben earlier in the stream that the chase was just the perfect storm. It was the right time for me. It was the right guy, the right story, the right history. The poem, the book, the community. I mean, it was all what it needed to be. I don't, nothing will live up to it. It's kind of like, when I was younger, I was into a lot of hard rock and metal and all that stuff and going to concerts and that kind of thing. This is like in the 80s and 90s. And so for instance, this is a perfect, not, I'm not, anyways, I went and saw Guns N' Roses New Year's Eve, 1991, and we were like fifth row or something like that. It was a fantastic show. So then Guns N' Roses, tours now, and friends will ask me, "Are you gonna go? You want to go?" I'm like, "No, I was there in '91. I don't want to see them. They're gonna suck, right? They're not gonna be anything like that." It's kind of like that with the Chase. I mean, nothing's gonna live up to that. I don't know if I can get involved into another one. I mean, I'll try. I might take a look, but I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're all the fighting. I think we're all anxious to see what Shiloh has to say. How many days, Christy? 1,400 and something without Epic News. It's a shitload of days. That's for sure. 4 years. Yeah, imagination. I'm just saying, it's like joining another treasure hunt would never be the same as the real thing, right? It's like why would I? It's like chasing that first high, right? You never get that again. We stop counting, yeah. We're like prisoners, like my profile pic, right? We put mark in the wall each day. Got 1,400 check marks up there on the wall. Well, guys, I would stay longer, but I gotta go. I have to get down to a dinner, a little bit away, 30 minutes away from here, so I gotta get ready and head down. It's been fun seeing you guys again. It's been a while. I don't know when or if I'll be back, but if not, take care. But I'm sure I'll pop in Christie's or Ben's stream and check out what's happening. And maybe who knows, maybe the JCB hunt will do something and get me motivated again. All right, guys, have a great weekend and rest of the weekend, and well, we'll see you soon, maybe. All right, take care.